What's happening, everyone? Today we're gonna be run some wires through the firewall and start setting this thing up. Hopefully get this thing fired up in a week or two as soon as the transmission comes in. So just looking over it right now. This steering column's getting changed out. That's gonna get ripped right out. We gotta clean up the firewall over there and probably throw a Motion Raceworks one in. They're pretty clean. So we're gonna get rid of this 7AL, pull it. There's already a couple holes in the firewall over there. Probably just gonna use those. Less holes to plug up, you know, make it nice and easy. So we'll see how this happens. Alright, quick rundown of what I just did. Separated all the wires, what's staying inside, what's going outside. Really the only stuff that's really staying in here is anything controlling the relays for ignition. Let's see what else we got in here. I'm running the fuel pump wire through the car. I'm trying to keep the frame as clean as possible just in case, you know, something happens. The goal of this thing is to take it on like a race week or something, and you know, if I can try to eliminate any issues that might happen, that would be awesome. So this is all going to get cut out. This wiper motor, however that was put in there. These all go to nothing. They go to the old gauges, which aren't going to be used. So I'll chop those out. And this column has some wires in there too that are going to be gone. So what I'm focusing on now is the FuelTech wiring, which is this harness and this harness, which you saw in the time lapse of me separating it. Stuff that stays inside, stuff that stays outside. The good thing about the FuelTech is once you set up the parameters for the motor, the software actually gives you a schematic, like what goes where and what does what. So, you know, big props to FuelTech for making that part of the interface on the software for tuning and stuff. So pretty sweet. A couple of these connectors. We go. CAN bus system. Pretty sweet. You can add modules on all through the CAN. So the goal is this wiper motor setup is gonna get ripped out and something a little bit more compact is gonna go in there, because that ain't gonna last. I'm gonna make a panel up for this just to cover it. Used to have some gauges there. Don't know who cut it. I know it wasn't my father. He got the thing like this thing. So basically what's going to happen now is pull this nice panel I got from Quick Car. Thing is sweet. I made this panel last night out of some ABS. I I didn't film it because it was like, you know, 3 seconds. I was thinking about putting a little fastener there just to hold it down. There really isn't much metal under there, so I might redo this panel. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. Came up pretty decent though. I mean, it's definitely solid. Quality of this panel is really good for the money. I mean, I don't think you could find a better panel. So, but I'm gonna start stringing some wires through here, getting some wires down here, get some grommets in here, these little pass-through holes. I'm thinking the relays are going to go against the firewall right there. I mean, there'll be plenty of room for the passenger to sit in this thing, and they won't hit it if it's up on the firewall, you know, a little higher up. So this should be able to handle it. I haven't figured out where the battery's going to go yet in this thing. That might be one of the last things that gets done, unfortunately. So I'll get the motor in, see if there's any room underneath the hood. I'd like to keep some ballast up front because this thing is stupid light, and with a high horsepower 6.2, I don't know how good this is going to work out. I don't know if it'll lift the tires up, but we're sure going to find out. So but either way, let me see if I can set this thing up. All right, y'all. Well, here's where we're gonna leave it off today. So, did the grommet, pass through. So there's one on each side. Like I said, I want to do a race week in this thing, and I don't want chafing wires, and I don't want to chase crap. So, especially out on the road. Got the A harness and the B harness and wire looms. Those are all laid out, so everything that has to come out here, even a few extras that aren't programmed yet in case I need it, I pulled them out, so it's not a big deal. Inside, it's a mess. I'm not cleaning today, too hot. Basically laid out the ignition wiring. I need to go inside and enjoy the air conditioning and make a relay panel for this thing. I have all the relays sitting inside. I've just been procrastinating. It's go time. This thing I want running real soon, and then maybe even register it and take it out for a rip on the street. So I mean, I have the nose for it. The nose is literally sitting in the shed over there. I do need to order a new steering column. This thing's out of a like a 95 or 96 S10, and I mean, it serves the function, but you know, someone cut a gaping hole in the firewall, and I'm gonna clean all that up. New piece of metal right in that area. Gonna stiffen it up a bit and see if we can do something. Still have to cut that cross member out. A little too hot today to do any type of cutting or even cleaning or even thinking about that, but I'm happy where we got with this thing. I wanted to vacuum this thing too, but tomorrow's another day. Got the relay panel out, I mean the switch panel out. Gotta hook it up to a relay panel, which I'm gonna put on that firewall over there higher up, so you know, a passenger won't be whacking his legs or her legs. I highly doubt my wife will want to get in this car. But there's plenty of leg room, as you can see. I got to do something with this right here. Either dice it, stretch it, dice it, stretch it. These line up perfectly, the studs for the seat mount, but not width-wise. So we'll take care of that. That shifter, that's going to be gone. That's, you know, this had a big block in it before with a turbo 400. It's still getting a turbo 400, but like I say, we're getting that 6-cylinder in there. So we'll rip that out. When we get the seat mounted, we'll see what shifter we want to go with. Want to get a little bit more room between here too. So when we go to put a cage in this thing, it won't be on the seat. like to maybe squeeze this steering wheel over to the right just a touch too. There's plenty of room over to go to the right. This thing is just too shady for me, you know. The door isn't even latched right now, so, you know, barely a hand in there, so I don't want to get caught up on that thing. It's got to go over, and this is a small steering wheel. This thing's a piece of garbage anyway, so that's gonna get thrown out. But I have all the glass for it. So the sides are gonna get glass, the front's gonna get the glass, and the rear it's gonna get obviously glass. I got the gaskets over there. I think I'm just gonna have this thing touched up, some of the body work, sand it, get it smooth, flat black it for now or something, just to get it rolling. So maybe I'll get this thing started and take it for a cruise this year. Brake lines still need to be hooked up. Cotter pins need to be bent over, everything needs to be adjusted, so it shouldn't be that bad of a deal. I mean, I've done worse. So should be good to go. But for now, I'm going to go wire up that relay panel, and it should be good to go. All right, guys, take care.